What's up, you guys? It's your girl Love Ashe back at you with another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up and leave your girl a comment down below. All right, so what's going on? As you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be tapping into the vibes of T, the energy for the air signs Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So we're doing your reading, you guys, under the full moon in Aries energy. So this, I am sure, is going to be a powerhouse reading. Remember, you can use this for your sun, your moon, your rising sign, or your Venus sign. We're going to go ahead and tap in with each other and see what's going on for you guys. What's going on for the air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra? Okay, we have the Nine of Swords coming out. We have the Two of Swords. All right, and air energy coming through. What's going on? Three of Swords. Okay, let's pull one more. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, air signs are feeling, wow, bottom of the deck energy is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Wow, your energy is heavy in this reading, air signs. You guys are feeling discontentment. That's the word that I'm hearing first for you guys, is the energy of discontentment. You guys are feeling unfulfilled in your life right now, okay? Like you guys are giving up, losing faith, losing hope, okay? I just heard avoiding the inevitable, okay? Maybe you're not seeing the lesson and why things are happening in your life right now. But let's go ahead and tap in and see here. Okay, so what's stressing you out? Let's just start there. What's stressing you out? What's keeping you up at night? Or maybe what is something that you have been avoiding facing? I feel like some of you guys are worrying about people. You're worrying about situations or choices that you can't control. Stop letting your mind run the show. Okay, Aquarius, stop letting your mind run the show. You can't control everything. You can't control anybody. And you stressing about it is not solving this problem. It's actually draining you, okay? So another thing as well here, let's go ahead and tap into this Ten of Swords here, okay? Because the Ten of Swords for me, as the overall energy here, is showing up because I feel like this is a sign of healing. Especially under this full moon energy, this is a sign of release, of letting go, and of new beginnings. Especially with, it's like you guys, you've hit rock bottom. Let's just call it what it is. Or at least you feel like you have really hit rock bottom in an area of your life. Like things, I just hear things just can't get any worse than what they are now. Okay, and it has you stuck in this space of just indecision. It just feels like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, you know? And it's like there's something about you not being able to see, you not being able to decide. Maybe you're avoiding making a move or choosing a path because it feels messy or it feels risky. But it's time to stop sitting on the fence with this, okay? So your spiritual team is coming through right now saying, you know, you can't keep pretending that everything is fine and you just keep ignoring the truth, okay? So this is about you guys facing a decision head on, making a choice, even if it feels scary. You know, sometimes clarity comes after you make a bold move, you know? Sometimes clarity, maybe you're waiting for clarity in a situation and clarity's waiting on you. Okay, clarity's waiting on you. With the Three of Swords, you know, Three of Swords represents heartbreak, but it, you know, a lot of times I don't hear this, but the Three of Swords also represents truth, you know, because this is, yeah, it's heartbreak, it's betrayal, it's all the things, the Three of Swords is a painful truth. It's like you got the truth, but it was not sugar-coated at all. You got the truth. Definitely no sugar, you know? And so air signs, this could be related to a friendship. This could be related to a relationship, or even just you feeling like disappointed in yourself, disappointed with where you are in life, disappointed with how something turned out. I'm just feeling like you guys are in a funk, you know? Let me know in the comments. It's like you want to numb yourself. You want to pretend like something didn't happen, something's not going on, but it's like whatever's going on in your life right now, you couldn't avoid it even if you tried. Some of y'all may feel like you need to cry, like you need to scream. So I will say here, we're dealing with the air sign energy, and you guys, air signs, you guys are infamous for emotional detachment, okay? Infamous for it, especially Aquarius, baby. Y'all know how to do it best, okay? But with all of these swords, you know, energy coming through here, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords as well. With the Page of Cups coming out here, I want to say that the lesson that you may be learning may be around emotional maturity, okay? Or this could be someone in your life who is stressing you out. This could be somebody's son, okay? Somebody's son, okay? Stressing you out because they're immature. Because this person is sending mixed signals. Or maybe this is because you've been like over investing in something or someone that isn't ready for your energy, okay? And so now you're feeling the need to protect your heart. It's like, damn, I done wasted all of this time. Now, something I do want to talk about here, you guys, because we do have the 2 of Swords and then we have the 3 of Swords here. And the tarot is a journey, right? It's all a journey. It's all a story, so to speak, right? A story of our life, of our spiritual journey here. And so there's something interesting that I'm seeing here. I feel like you guys went from the 9 of Swords to the 2 of Swords to the 3 of Swords, you know, on your journey. And so what that looks like here is you possibly overthinking something. Like, am I tripping? You know? Like you have this stress, you have this anxiety, you're up at night and you're overthinking something. You're worried about a situation, you're worried about people. How is this going to turn out? Maybe even just you're just stressing out about you. How is life going to turn out for me? I'm looking around and I don't like what I see. And then it's like you got to this point where you hit this crossroad where you're like, man, something gotta shake, right? Something has to shake. Like, I have to make some type of decision. I have to do something different. Maybe you were pretending everything was fine. Maybe you were hoping that things would just magically like resolve themselves, which is classic air sign energy, right? Just fuck it. It'll figure itself out, right? Some of you guys, which is also air sign energy as well, is this energy where you're like over analyzing all the details. You understand every angle. You're trying to figure out every outcome, but you still can't make a choice. Still can't make a choice. What do they call it? Analysis paralysis? Analysis paralysis is what I'm hearing here. So pretty much, in short, I don't want to make this long. You guys went from sleepless nights, worrying, right? Then you went to being stuck here at the crossroads, being stuck, unable to make a decision. And then you went into the 3 of Swords energy, which is pretty much realizing that the truth about something or someone in your life, and this truth is painful, you know? And so it's like a journey of emotional clarity. And it's also a lesson, I feel like, for you with protecting your heart. And that's why I feel like the Page of Cups is reversed here and the 10 of Swords, because it's like they're showing you where to go from here, you know? Take a step back from whatever this is that's immature in your life. Cut the energy that doesn't serve you. Protect your heart. And I feel like you guys are starting your healing process. Yeah, you're starting your healing process with something. Yeah, I want to go a bit deeper with this with you guys, because there's more. We're just touching the surface of this. Y'all know y'all air signs are so layered. Let's dive a bit deeper. Let's pull a clarifier for the 9 of Wands. I'm sorry, the 9 of A clarifier for the Nine of Swords. We got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. A clarifier for the Two of Swords, which is the Sun card. The Three of Swords, which is the King of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Cups reverse, we have the Tower card. Bottom of the deck energy is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is clarity. Again, I feel like you got clarity on something here. The Three of Swords, the Ace of Swords. You got clarity on something, but it was not what you expected. It was not, you got clarity on whatever the situation it is, and it just wasn't what you wanted. But you still recognize, well, at least I know the truth. You know, I hear somebody saying that. So starting off here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. So we already talked about you guys having these sleepless nights. You having this anxiety. You're stressing yourself out. But also, you've been juggling too much. You've been overextending yourself. You haven't been getting any rest. You've been ripping and running around with your head cut off. And you keep trying to keep, look, all the balls in the air. Keep juggling everything, you know? And I feel like right now it just feels like that you did the best that you could, and somehow like everything is still falling apart. It's like, I've literally given this my all. I've given this relationship my all. I've given this job my all. I've given this job search my all. I've given this business my all. I've given this thing my all, and everything is still falling apart. So in a sense, hear me out, don't get upset. You've been stressing, but not all of this is real stress. A lot of this shit that you're experiencing right now is the result of taking on too much, taking on things that's not even yours. Don't get mad, don't shoot the messenger, but I know you've been stressed, but I'm gonna tell you now, not all of the stress is real. And the reason being is because you're taking on shit that's not even yours. So this is your opportunity to really prioritize yourself, prioritize your needs here. And, you know, with the Two of Swords here, with the Sun card coming out, the sun is clarity, right? The sun shines a light on what's hidden, you know? And so like we were saying in the beginning here with the Two of Swords being a representation of you needing to make a decision, you being at the crossroads. And I was saying something about clarity is waiting on you. Clarity of mind is waiting on you. This is what's waiting on the other side of that decision that you're afraid to make. And I feel like even moving into this part of the reading, you got all the clarity that you need. You just need to step into it. So that heartbreak and that disappointment, that frustration, that betrayal that you feel, I do feel like this is real though. I feel like this is very real, right? But this King of Wands in reverse, this could be a fire sign, okay? Specifically for somebody, this could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising coming through here, masculine, okay? That's not going to be for everybody. But with this coming out here, there may be someone in your life trying to control you. Somebody who is very arrogant, someone who wants things their way, very selfish, or even someone who is manipulative in some way. Somebody stringing you along. Someone may have walked into your life with fire energy, thinking that they could like run the show. But it's like you see the truth now that like this is not a partnership. This is a dictatorship. And this could even be you getting at a job and like you've been out of work for a while, and then you get in this job and you're like, oh, something doesn't feel right about this. I should be happy for the opportunity, but things are just not the way they said it was going to be. And now you feel stuck. Two of Swords. Somebody or something came in to trigger your inner child wounds, okay? Somebody or something came in to... That's what I just keep hearing. Somebody came in. Something came in with the Tower card here and the Page of Cups. It came in to trigger your inner child wounds. Maybe you grew up with anxiety or stress. Maybe you grew up where there was a lot of chaos, and then, you grew up with parents that weren't very decisive. You just kind of had to go with the flow and pack up and move here and move there. You never felt like you really had any control over where you lived, or, your voice didn't matter in some way. But there's something coming up here that needed to be triggered in order to be released. But before it could be released, it had to be revealed. Okay. Let's see. Because you guys are a little tricky today, okay? Usually my air signs, the message is just straightforward. Y'all holding back. Y'all holding back. Like I said, I feel like with that Three of Swords there, like your heart's blocked off right now. Your heart's like really blocked off. Like you're probably not even trusting this reading. You're probably not even trusting this reading. Like you guys are not trusting nobody right now. You're in survival mode right now. Let's see what else we can kind of see what's going on for y'all. Okay. But this is definitely about your inner child wounds and that part of you that learned to live in survival mode. Man, I feel like you guys cried. You cried a lot. You've cried a lot. I feel like you've cried recently more than you've ever cried before. And people don't even know it. You just get to making jokes and stuff about your situation. Meanwhile, you're like real life breaking down mentally. Like real life losing your shit. And again, I feel like maybe some of you guys grew up with like chaos in some way. Like parents fighting, or like just no stability, or just feeling like you always had to be like on alert all the time. And this creates a nervous system that's trained for like anxiety. And I feel like you finally thought that you could let your guard down. And then it's like, boom. That's what this moment feels like. It's like you finally let your guard down. You finally let someone in. You finally decided, you know what? I'm not going to be negative. I'm just going to be happy. I'm just going to think that things are working out for my highest and greatest good. I'm going to be like them spiritual people, and I'm going to be doing my manifestation. I'm going to be doing this and this and this. And it's like something came through, was like, bam. And it was like through that, that mindset that you had, I feel like you activated some type of spiritual initiation, okay? Because again, it's like you finally let your guard down. You finally let somebody in. You finally were like, you know what? I'm tired of being negative. I'm going to start saying the affirmations. I'm going to start doing a little meditation. And it's like this wrecking ball just came through. And it was like spirit saying, oh, hey, I've been so busy, I forgot about you. You ready to heal? You ready? Wow, that's great. You ready to you ready to break this pattern? You ready to heal from your inner child? Wow. I was going to send a notice out to you next week, but I'm so glad you came on into the office and decided to sign up. Glad to have you here. We're so glad. So this was like a spiritual initiation. And I don't even want to say that you didn't sign up for it, because you very much did. You signed up for this. I just hear somebody saying like all of this is fake. Everybody is fake. Nothing is real. Like at this point, you are disassociating yourself from life. Okay, let's dive a bit deeper. Let's dive a bit deeper. Let's see what's going on here for y'all. What else is here? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Y'all gonna do what? Y'all gonna stop playing with Ashe. First card. Inner child healing. You gonna do this healing. Listen, friend. Listen. Don't click off. Don't click off. I know it's rough. I know you've been through some shit, but you gotta heal this inner child shit. You can't just keep repressing that shit in. It gotta come out one way or another. You gonna have to do the work. You gonna have to do the work. We got inner child healing out here. We have ignoring the warning signs, resisting change. Okay. We have Jupiter, expansion, growth, opportunity, prosperity, travel, learning. We have Aries energy coming out here, which just gives me the vibe of Jupiter and Aries energy. Okay. We're going to talk about that. Things in this situation are moving into cosmic balance. Cardinal energy, initiation, leadership, drive, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, take action. New moon, competitiveness, a desire to gain a competitive edge, which I love this energy. Usually this is coming out when we're talking about somebody else being competitive, but I feel like, air signs, y'all getting back in the game. Air signs, that's the message, baby. Air signs are getting back in the game. Okay, air signs been down and out. Okay, people been sleeping on you. You've been going through all of this shit, this spiritual initiation, doing the shadow work. You've been doing the inner child healing. You know what I mean? It reminds me of that, who is that? It's like, what is that TikTok sound? Where it's like been gone for a minute, but now it's game time, bitches. I can't think of who that's by, but y'all know. Let me know in the comments. But it's just, I just hear that like it's game time. Like I've been letting y'all make it. Like I really been on chill. And when I say that, Spirit is showing me that you really been on chill with how you've been looking. Y'all been looking real bummy lately, okay? You've been looking, you ain't been out in the scene too much. You ain't been doing extra, okay? You've been to yourself. But y'all finna pop out, okay? I feel like your haters have been very happy that you have been silent. And then we have spell work sent has been blocked. It's so funny because what's coming through here is that somebody actually thinks that they did spell work on you. Somebody competitive who competes with you, they actually think they did spell work on you and it worked. Meanwhile, you in the house crying about some other shit. Meanwhile, you actually doing your inner child healing and shit. They really over there like, ha ha ha, like, yeah, I got that bitch. Like, that ain't even what's going on. That ain't even what's going on. Then we got past life here, insecure. So with past life here, insecure coming out, we're going to connect this to your childhood, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to connect this to your childhood. Because y'all know when we get to seeing past life, I get to getting crazy and we be then tapped into your past lives and all this stuff and the reading to be an hour and I don't got time for that. I got readings this evening. Also, if you want to book a private reading with me, 15-minute, 30-minute readings available. Link right at the top, okay? But I have availability this evening. Book with your girl. Hey, y'all. Okay, back to it. So, again, like this is giving the vibes of spiritual initiation. This is a part of your soul contract. I feel like some of y'all right now are at the point where like you want to tap out, but you also want to tap the fuck in. You know, it's like you want to tap out, but it's like at the same time, it's like, I ain't finna give up. I ain't finna let these bitches think they won. I'm not gonna let nobody know. It's like a part of you, no matter how sad, no matter how bad it gets. And that's what I love about this energy. That's what I love about you. Is that like, okay, I'm looking at everything here. Like, it's bad, okay? It's bad. But at the same time, like, you cry, but you're going to get back up and you're going to figure this shit out. You're going to figure it out. So, Jupiter energy here. Jupiter energy came out with the Aries here, okay? Jupiter does what? It expands, it grows, anything that it touches, okay? Good, bad, indifferent, right? So, I feel like, this healing process that you're going through right now, it's helping you to expand in some way, okay? The reason why you are going through what you're going through right now, y'all, is because you refuse to step into your calling. You don't want to be a leader. Somebody says, I don't want to tell people what to do. I don't want to be responsible for other people. You don't want to step into your role. You don't want to be in the spotlight. Cardinal energy. You don't want to be in the role that you're supposed to be in. Why you don't want to be in the role? But it's like with you not being in the role, it's like you're also being targeted. It's like, let's say, for example, let's use a job. Okay, you're more than qualified to be the manager. Fuck manager, Aries here. You're more than qualified to be an entrepreneur. Okay, Aries is the leader. Okay, you're more than qualified to be an entrepreneur. You're smart. You have a vision. Okay, and you are settling in these positions, in these jobs where you are the lowest of low. And these people at these jobs, they can tell that you're not supposed to be there. They may even say, she thinks she better. And you're like, man, I'm just coming here to get a check and go home. I don't care about none of this gossip. I don't care about none of that. I'm just here to get a check and go home, baby. I don't got time for this. But the reason why you keep experiencing this chaos, and this is just an example, it could resonate for somebody. The reason why you're experiencing this chaos at this job is because you're supposed to be the lead in some way. You're not even supposed to be on their level. Some people are not even supposed to have access to you. And I feel like you maybe have been bullied growing up. Okay, you may have been bullied growing up. You've learned to shrink yourself. Somebody has been bullied by a parent. Okay, I just heard mother. Somebody's been bullied by a mother. You learn to shrink yourself, to be quiet, to not express how you feel. And that has made you very insecure. Okay? But your insecurity, your inability to step into the leadership position that is for the taking for you, it does not remove other people being jealous of you. It does not remove your problems. Okay. You can't hide anymore. It's period, okay? You can't hide anymore. And the only reason you're going through what you're going through right now is because you're in rooms, you're in environments where you have already graduated from. And that's why chaos keeps popping up for you, okay? That's why triggers keep popping up for you. You're not supposed to be there. So this is a moment, an opportunity rather, from spirit, from God, from the universe, for you to pivot. Whew, okay. And again, what's coming through here strongly for you is that your insecurity, just because you insecure, just because you don't dress up, baby, you could wear a trash bag, baby. You could throw on a trash bag right now and the bitch is going to say, who that bitch think she is putting that shit on like that? Who she think? Bitch, you can walk out with a bonnet on your head and they're going to say, oh, she thinks she too good. But you being insecure, your hesitation, your refusal to step into that leadership position that's literally sitting there waiting for you, it does not remove other people's jealousy. It does not stop the shade. And it definitely is not going to protect you from the problems. Okay? All it's going to do is going to keep you small. And you still going to be catching stray bullets. Trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know. What am I doing wrong? I don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody. I don't know who keeps saying that, but stop it. Cut it the fuck out, okay? I don't bother nobody. You're not supposed to shrink just to stay safe. And some of you are worried about not being protected or worried about people talking about you. Look at that. The spell work sent has been blocked, aka no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Spell work has been blocked. You're supposed to rise and let that protection and that purpose, baby, meet you on the top. So air signs, hiding, baby, I'm going to give it to you plain and simple. Baby, hiding won't save you. I'm sorry to tell you. I wish I had a better way to say it. Hiding will not save you. You know what's going to save you? I know you don't want to hear it. Owning your power. Stepping into the spotlight. That's what's going to save you. So no more dimming your light. That's done. You know what's going to save you? Courage is going to save you. Okay? Boundaries, okay, are what's going to save you. Okay? Self-belief is what's going to save you. Okay? And the moment that you stop running from who you are, because you've been running, okay? And you start living out loud again, that protection that's already over your life is going to start moving things out of your way faster than you have ever fucking seen before. I promise you. Spirit is like, you ain't got to hide. You don't have to hide. Baby, God is like, you don't have to hide. Watch me work. Watch me work. Watch me work. Watch what I'm finna do when you put one foot in front of the other. Watch what I do when you start being yourself unapologetically. Watch what I do when you stop being insecure. Watch what I do when you face the competition head on and say, bitch, here I go. Hello, it's me. Watch. Spirit is literally telling you guys that the moment that you step into your calling and you stop hiding, doors are going to open, period. Let's go ahead and pull some additional clarifiers, just to give you some additional insight on what you need to know. Okay, sacral chakra coming out here. We have not part of the plan, avoiding problems, trying something new, unexpected path, abandoned danger. What do we talk about? We have diluted attachments. Like I said, I feel like you guys have been detaching. We have sad news of concern here. Okay, we have sad news of concern, and this landed right on top of competitiveness. Baby, your haters are going to be sad. They're like, she coming back? I seen her posting back online and stuff again. Oh, she active now. This is bad news for the haters. This is bad news for the haters, okay? Let's see what else we got. Healing frequency. It says, maintain your vibration, generate positive emotional shifting internally. Okay, what else? And then we have white bull, masculine energy, power, dominance, fire. Y'all, look at this. I cannot make this up. Look, leadership, authority, rules, strong command. And then we have Aries here, okay, which represents the same energy. And then we also had another card here that says something about that. Yeah, this one, look. Cardinal energy, leader, drive. You have leader so many times. Baby, y'all need to tell them, follow the leader, okay? Follow the leader. Oh, man. Okay, let's go ahead and close out with a message from the universe. Let's see. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Let me shuffle this deck real quickly here. I'm not even gonna play, y'all. Okay. What is the chakra about? Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you. Sacral chakra. The sacral chakra card here, y'all, it says creative expression, sexual energy, and emotions, which I feel like is connected to that page of cups in reverse, that inner child healing. But your sacral chakra is pretty much saying it's time for you to own your desire, your passions, your joy. Own your emotional truth. We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. Stop repressing your stuff. Stop hiding. Stop dimming your energy because you're afraid of what people might think. You know what I'm saying? So definitely this will be a great time, especially under this energy today, to work on your sacral chakra. Okay? This will be a great time for you to do that. Okay. Oh, and this card did come out right next to the insecure card, which makes sense. So working with your sacral chakra will help you to heal any, past life or childhood insecurities that you may have. Okay. What do we have here? We have focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time, your energy to your what? To your worries. Okay, let me stop. To your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. So this is about minding your thoughts at this time, okay? Be careful about what you think about. What's the bottom of the deck energy here? Bottom of the deck energy, it says opportunities will soon knock at your door. Debt will be wiped clean and your bills will be paid in full. Your finances are about to change. So for a lot of you, this stress could be directly related to your financial situation right now, okay? To your career in some way, But Spirit is saying if you want this situation to turn around for you, one, you got to step up, okay? You got to take action, But also, with claiming your inheritance, this is about you being very intentional here with the Nine of Swords about what you are worrying about. Because it says here that, don't give your time or your energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. So it says with every thought, you are creating your future. So what I want you guys to do, or what I would offer, because I can't tell y'all nothing, what I would offer a suggestion for you guys to do here is just to be careful about what you're thinking about, period. Okay? Be real careful about what you think about. If you want things to really turn around, two things got to happen, okay? You got to step up, you got to stop hiding, and you got to stop thinking that you're not ready. That's what I just heard for you. You got to stop thinking that you're not ready. You got to stop thinking that this has to be perfect, or this is not ready yet, or I'm not ready yet. Because these thoughts are creating your future. So if you keep worrying, Nine of Swords, stressing yourself out, obsessing, all you're doing is literally creating more of that, right? But if you focus on your blessings, on your power, on your next big move, that's how you're going to call in something new. And this is all a part of claiming your inheritance, okay? So that is what I am seeing for the air signs. Beautiful energy. Want to go deeper. Y'all know me. I'm long-winded. I'll be on here till there's one person left, okay? I want to go deeper, but we're going to stop here, okay?